Hey, what's up, beautiful souls? Happy Tuesday. I hope that your day is going well, and I hope that your week's gotten off to a wonderful start. And I hope that it finishes rolling into the new year with presents. And not the Christmas presents we just opened, but presents and being in the moment, because that is where the magic happens. Today, I wanted to address a topic that someone brought up. My dear friend Paul, a brother of mine, um, asked me to share my perspective, and I'm no expert at anything except maybe talking. And whether that's good, bad, or indifferent is up to you to decide. But he posed the topic of why in society we always choose to be right, and not to take that a step further. Once we get a set of beliefs and a train of thought, we surround ourselves with people that are like-minded and share the same thoughts. Therefore, I think what he was alluding to was the fact that we get so comfortable with one train of thought and one belief system that when we are met with a different perspective or a different belief system, then it throws us in the tinsy. And that's what you're seeing with politics and the mask versus no mask. You're seeing the duality and the polarization of society just magnified this year. And I think this is a really powerful topic, and there's so many layers to it. But just to kind of touch on it briefly, you know, we are creatures of comfort, and we seek comfort in our life from the very beginning of our life. Comfort feels good. And there's layers to it, and comfort does feel good, and comfort is necessary. But when it comes to expanding and evolving and growing who you are and the perspectives that you share, it's so important to step outside of your comfort zone every now and then. And I think the universe brings people into our lives that think similarly. And I think this is apparent with there's if you traveled at all in your life, you see it. There's like pockets of consciousness in different areas. And living in Southern Ohio, very conservative minded, Bible Belt area, if you will. And so the group consciousness of this area is somewhat limited and somewhat narrow, if you will, and that's not good or bad. It's just a little different than other areas, and that's okay. But that's why traveling is so essential, so you can get outside of that collective thought in that area and experience other aspects of yourself and other aspects of what it is to be human on this earth. And the law of attraction puts us in places where we think alike, and people come into our life that tend to agree with us. But I challenge you, and here's the challenge of it, is to get outside of your comfort zones. Do some things that make you uncomfortable. Ex- Not expect, accept other people's opinions and other people's views, because that is how we grow and evolve. And when we are so stuck in our ways, we just limit ourselves and limit our experience and the magic that we can experience in life. So, Paul, man, beautiful topic, and a wonderful call to action for people to step outside your comfort zones. It's okay to be comfortable at times, but if you get in that comfort zone and you hit cruise control, you become stagnant. And that's where disease, and just like water, a stagnant pond grows bacteria and disease and all these nasty things that can be harmful. It's the same essentially with your body. If you don't move your body and you don't experience other things and you're just on cruise control, eventually, being 75 to 80% water, you're going to become stagnant and grow bacteria and viruses and all the things that ail us in our lives. So move your body, experience life to the fullest, travel. If you're young and you have no kids and no career, I would challenge you to travel as much as you can, and gain a plethora of knowledge and culture yourself, so that when you meet people that don't necessarily think like you can accept and you can expand and you can grow and you can evolve and become the best version of yourself. Because nobody that stays in their own little town, in their own little clique, in their own little mind ever expands and never evolves. And in my theory and my opinion, and it's not just mine, it's shared by many, I'm sure, but um, if you don't experience those things and you don't get outside of your comfort zones, you're going to have many repeated incarnations in this lifetime, because you're not experiencing life and you're not facing the lessons to evolve and to grow. And essentially that's what we're here for on earth, is to grow and evolve as souls. So get comfortable with being uncomfortable. You can, as you get deeper into this topic, you can create situations where you can create a comfortable discomfort, if you will. So like going to a music venue that you wouldn't normally go to listen to a band that you wouldn't normally listen to. You may end up going and meeting some wonderful people that just like different tastes of music, and or maybe you go and the music is like, holy cow, I didn't really care for this music, but now that I've heard it live, it's wonderful. So creating controlled, uncomfortable environments is a good place to start, and then thrust yourself into the jungle of life, if you will. And I love using the jungle, because I've been there a couple times, and it can be uncomfortable. The first couple days with no TV and silence and nature is like, oh shit. Maybe I'm not used to the stillness that life can truly bring. So make yourself uncomfortable. Understand that you're not always right. If you think you're always right, you're missing an infinite amount of knowledge that you don't have. I don't know anything, and you don't know anything. In a world of infinite possibilities, just surrender to the fact that you don't know anything and you're not always right. And once you do, that's when the real wisdom and the real knowledge pours in. So, Paul, shout out, brother. I can't wait for the baseball season to start back up. I miss you, fellas. I love you guys so much. Thank you for tuning in, and check out our podcast, Lights at the Round Table, episode 13, just released a few days ago. Recording tomorrow night, episode 14. It'll be the final episode of season 1. So grateful for all of you and all the listeners of the podcast. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Peace.